Okay, today's project, I got a couple hoverboards here. Spring's coming up, and my daughters wanted to charge up their hoverboards. I got them out and realized they're not working right. When they went to charge them, the charger would stay on for about roughly 5 minutes, and then it would kick off. Okay, that was kind of strange. So chargers are okay, batteries weren't getting hot, nothing was getting hot, the hoverboards or the charger. So I figured, well, I better take a closer look. So they've got them roughly about the same time, even though they're different makes, different models. They lasted about the same. And on this one, I've already taken the batteries out. Came with a pretty much standard type battery, this style here, and they got this quick disconnects on them, which are nice. They have an XT60U. The dash F stands for the female end, and on this end it's got the dash M for the male. And this just slides in underneath the wires and it connects in. Pretty simple. 4 screws hold it down. Not too bad. So I tested them. See if I can get that to stay. And get in the shot too. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's a 20. I know it's not going to be a 20, but this one says 25 volt. When you test them, this one I couldn't get the charge up over about 2.6 volts, so yeah, it's pretty much toasted. And I already took the screws out of the back here. Show you the inside here. So not much to them, and I'll probably end up just desoldering these leads and keeping this pigtail and just recycling the rest of this battery, and maybe even using the case if I need to. But that was basically all there was to it. Figured it'd be a quick, easy swap until I got to my other daughter's purple one. I'll show you that one. That one's a little different. Got batteries on order right now, so hopefully those will be here in the next day or two. Okay. So after I opened hers up, like I said, there were different makes and models. That didn't have the standard XT connector on it. So I ordered some online, no big deal. And this is the battery that came out of hers. They were just soldered on 2 leads, band holding it down. But I tried looking up this battery online. I couldn't find any information on this. It says the only thing it's written on is TN201711221982, and there's 2 of them that are just sticky taped together, and they're hooked in series. So I don't even know what this one's supposed to be at, but again, when charging, it would kick off after about roughly 5 minutes. And checking the voltage on this one, I couldn't get this one to go up over 17. I don't think that's in the shot. Yeah, it's even lower now, but 16.74. So that one's going to have to get recycled also. But I've got to update this hoverboard to accept this style battery. So, because I ordered a few of the connectors online, I'll put the male end on this one, and shrink wrap it. I gotta solder the ends, and I think that's what I'm gonna do now. So let's get started. Okay. Tin up these first real quick. It's going to take a minute to heat up that wire. There we go. It's not too bad. Okay. I bought pairs of these online, and let's see if we can get that in. This is a male one that I'm going to put on. They're labeled on, you can see in this groove in the band. So get that in there. That one, that side's positive. On the round side, that's negative. You can see the markings on them, but the one I'm going to install, just to make sure I didn't hook it up wrong, because I do not want to start charging this and having that battery explode. I just put a couple marker signals on there so I know I hook it up right. And I need some heat shrink on these. Oh, I should probably tin this also. If I get you guys in the shot here. Get a little bit in there. Okay. Over. Yeah, it's starting to fill in. Okay. Never hooked up one of these before, so let's see how easy they are. That gets hot quick. Now, from what I could understand, for what I read online, the XT60, the U stood for a little higher amperage. I believe it could hold up or take up to about 60 or 65 amps, which is a lot higher than what these are even putting out, because they're only around, most of these batteries are 25 to 36 volts, and the amperage was I forgot what that was. They were a lot lower. They were like 4 amp hours, but I didn't want to buy chintzy ones. These are actually name brand, Amos brand, so that's another thing. I didn't want another cheap part in there. Okay, well, let's get some of this on. Color code it. Okay, I'm not gonna hold that. And is that gonna fit in there? Maybe. That's still hot. Probably blocking the view. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Get creative here. Nope. That might be more in the way. Let's get that out of the way. Maybe some pliers. That's going to take some heat to get that flowing again. Nope. Need more on this one. Feel the heat coming through. Get that to stick a little. I can go back and add some. There we go. Let's see what we can do for the positive here. Hit some type of little clamp. Let's see. They don't give you much for wire here, do they? Probably can't see anything with my hands in the way. Got one little wire that's not. Let me get that. Okay. So burning myself. Trying to touch that wire and the metal clip, and not touch it with my finger either. think we got it. I might have to add a little extra on that. Let that cool down a little bit. Well, that's what I was afraid of. That wire got so hot. I'm not going to be able to slide that up. Oh, I let loose, damn it. Let's get a little more on there and try again. Quite a bit in there. So when it melts, it'll really flow in around everything. Okay, well, I'll try this again. Yeah, that's still super hot. I bet that plastic could take a lot of heat. Well, what I can do then is I wanted to get that shrink wrap that I put on up and over these. I should have made it half the distance, but I might be able to cut it back. No, this one's going to be in the way. Wow, that's super hot. I could put some hot glue in there. I just want to make sure those don't touch and short out. And I can still wrap it with this. Alright, let's see what we can do for getting this one connected. This is going to be a tough one. That's on there pretty good. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use that shrink tubing I used, but it'll help stiffen that up anyways. I'll put a little hot glue in here just to isolate those. Not exactly my favorite thing to do, but it's better than leaving that open. In. It's going to need a minute to warm up. fast forward to that point. I know it's not going to shrink tight around it, but at least if I can just put an extra layer of protection in around those wires, I'll be happy. Okay, let's try that. Put this one over it. Hold it all together. These from moving. Squeezing it tight. Hot glue on the iron doesn't help it. Okay. Not exactly the way I wanted it, but I think that's going to work. There's a little more down here. Keep them from moving. There. So now that should work with the quick disconnects now. Much better. I'm probably going to have to do a little modification because this is the band it came with to hold the bigger batteries in, so I may have to add some padding in here for these, for this type to fit in there. Actually, they fit this? No, they fit this way. So I may have to modify this a little bit. Or actually, no, I may not even need this because the new battery should have these connectors which will screw right down. I just got to find, because this only came with two, so I'll probably find another 2 screws to to give it to all four. Alright, that's even easier than I thought. Alright, pretty happy with that. So the next segment, when the batteries come in, we'll hook them up, try charging them, make sure everything's working good. Well, got a couple packages in the mail today. Time to open them up, get them installed, see how it works. And there they are. They're sealed, so I can't tell if they're name brand or not, but at least they're marked with honey. I don't know if anybody knows these batteries or not, but I'll get these installed and see how they look. Well, it looks like we're going to have to test these hoverboards another day.